it's Ashley, and I know I look a little different, and I will get to that in a minute. But first, welcome back to my channel, Autoimmune Warriors, and here we talk about autoimmune related topics. Today, I'm going to talk about self-care a little bit. It is not a formal video. It is more going to be like just vlog style. Like I'm just going to talk to you about my thoughts and feelings on this particular subject. So welcome. Give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, and ring the little bell so you will be notified of my future content. So today I want to talk about self-care, and that brings me to my hair. And I have been really struggling with a little bit of self-identity. Like I've said many times on my channel, about 6 months ago, I was in a wheelchair and I pretty much lost everything that I was, or at least I felt like I did. I lost my independence. I lost my sense of style, even though I really didn't have one. I know I was kind of living the jeans and hoodie life even then, which is a great style. It just isn't exactly who I want to be every day of my life, even though I am rocking jeans and hoodie today. I've been cleaning. And so, sorry, I got a little off topic. I was just starting to crack into really who I was when I started to get sick. I got a fresh new haircut. I was starting to, I was starting to work a little bit. I was making new friends. For a really long time, I had like the same set of friends. But as I, opened up and I started doing more things and I started being more involved in church, my perspective on life changed. So did my friends. So I kind of was just me and my wife for a really long time and our kids. And I was starting to redevelop who I was. And then I got sick. And all of that pretty much went out the window. I couldn't really do my hair anymore because I couldn't hold a hair straightener. I couldn't really do my makeup anymore because I couldn't hold eyeliner. Like I couldn't, my fingers, I'm going to use my spoon. My fingers couldn't have the strength to grip like this enough to do my eyeliner. So my sense of self was gone. And then I couldn't dress the way I wanted to because I wasn't the person going and getting my clothes. It was my kids or my wife or my PCA, because I did get PCA care. So it was like kind of whatever they brought me that matched. I was just grateful to have clean clothes. My wife did eventually start just putting clothes in the closet upstairs for me, because there for a while I couldn't even go downstairs and pick anything out. So I lost who I was, which is the moral of that story. That was a 6-month trial for me, where I went from worsening of symptoms to totally dependent to getting better. And once I got better, it was really just sort of about recapturing my life, reconnecting with my friends, because it's really lonely when you're that kind of disabled. People, their lives go on, and that's okay. But your life sort of stops, and it's very lonely being alone like that and being isolated. So once I was able to move around on my own again, I was trying to reconnect with my friends and get more involved in my church and go visit my family, which I hadn't previously been able to do. So my style kind of like took a backseat because I was just so grateful to walk. My self-care was like on the back burner. I didn't care about the way I looked. I didn't care about the way my hair looked. I didn't care about how I felt. I was just so grateful to not be stuck in my recliner chair all day anymore, which is great because that was a form of self-care. My soul needed to get out and reconnect, and I did. But there's not very much longevity in that, because eventually your life just goes back to the way it was before. So now me walking isn't a big deal. Now me walking is just normal. Me being able to do laundry and cook and clean and help out and go on errands and go with friends, that's all normal again, which I'm incredibly grateful for. But now is the next step in my personal self-care, and that comes the hair. And I will admit, you guys, I'm in a look in my screen a little bit more for a few days instead of at the camera because I love my hair so, so, so much. I completely got everything shaved on both sides and even the back, which I'm not going to show you. But today, I mean, I curled it a bit, but I've been so sweaty because I've been cleaning, like cleaning, that it doesn't look as great as it did last night, but I still love it. I'm in my heart. I am so happy. This is such a good representation of who I am inside, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to reestablish who Ashley is at 38. You know, who do I want to be? What do I want the world to see and be like, oh, okay, I get her. And I don't always know the answer to that. So I am trying to figure that out. But I know that I like to be a little edgier. I know that I like to have a little bit of shock and awe factor. So now this hair matches my new clothes that I just got at Torrid. And sometimes your identity is hard to find and hard to maintain. It takes a little bit to get up and do your hair every day. It not even every day, because like I said, I didn't do a ton with it today. I just threw a curling iron in and I've been sweating it out. And that's okay. I have no makeup on today. That's okay. But for the most part, I like to look that way. And I just have to make myself do it. That is part of my self-care. It makes me feel good in my heart to know that I pushed myself enough to look the way I feel. And sometimes I look the way I feel when I feel like crap, I look like crap. And that is all right too. You know, some of my other self-care is I am signing up for an exercise class in March. And I am a little nervous because anytime I start to exercise or even walk extensively, my body gets so sore. And I know you guys have that same thing. That's just an autoimmune thing. You have muscle issues, you work out, you stretch and tear your muscles to get them to, do what you're trying to get them to do. And it's painful. So I'm a little nervous as to what that's going to do to me, but I'm hoping over time that will get better. So losing a little bit more weight in an active way, on top of my healthy AIP diet, on top of my hair, on top of my new clothes, is how I am trying to regain my identity and give myself some self-care. And now in our family, we have 7 kids, and then there's my wife and I, and we have extended family that are going through struggles that we are like intimately involved in. So sometimes self-care takes a back seat to other people's emotions. And that is sometimes all right. But I would highly recommend do not lose yourself in that. And I am talking to myself here. I have some very heavy family issues that are coming up. And as much as I love them and I want the best for them, I do not want to lose myself in somebody else's struggle. And that may sound selfish, and I apologize if I offend anybody, but I have lost myself in my own struggle, and I have worked so hard. And just like when my struggle happened and other people's lives went on, this struggle is happening and my life is going on. So I am going to work very hard to balance the things that matter to me and take care of the people that matter to me. And I would recommend that you guys do that as well. Don't lose yourself in somebody else's struggle, but be there for them, walk through it with them, but don't lose yourself with them. And I'm going to be working on that. You might see sporadic videos from me from time to time. I might not always get a Monday, Friday video in just because things are so crazy, but I will always post twice a week, I promise. And I'm always active on Instagram and Facebook just because that's a little bit easier to, snap and write a little thing. Hey, I'm thinking about you guys. Hey, what about this? And I will continue to work on that and give you guys a little food for thought. But yeah, that's kind of how I self-care. And I listen to audiobooks. I have really been doing that a lot lately, which I did in my, coping with flares and depression video. Pretty much today was cleaning, enjoying my fun hair, listening to audiobooks, and trying to figure out how to not lose myself in somebody else's struggle. So that is where I'm at in life. I'm keeping it 100 with you guys, and I hope you guys keep it 100 with me. If you guys are going through something and you're worried about losing yourself in somebody else's struggle or losing yourself in your own struggle, please leave it in the comments below or DM me on Facebook or Instagram. I am always willing to, have a quick chat when, available. And I am praying for you all. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will talk to you guys on Monday.